Good morning, everybody. Hope you are all doing very well. Just a quick update on a few things that has been going on in my life. I have decided to put 2 duck eggs underneath Klossie. Klossie has been broody for quite some time. She's actually more broody in a year than what she's not. So I put an egg underneath her the 30th of November and the 1st or the 2nd of December. So they said 25 to 28 days. And I did research some YouTube videos, and apparently chickens are quite successful in bringing up little ducklings. So we will see what is going to happen there. I don't know if I am actually now causing problems for myself because I actually got no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how. I will obviously research and Google some more, but I've got no idea what to do with little ducklings. I just hope that it's going to be 2 hens and then that there's not going to be a drake or maybe 2 drakes, because that would be disastrous. That's just a huge chance I take because that's not really something that a person can choose. So that's what I've been doing regarding the ducks and Klossie. Then the other thing, there was a rat in the house last night, which one of my cats brought in. I heard something broke or that was knocked off in the dining room area, kitchen area last night, and I stood up and I came to have a look and I couldn't find anything. And then all the cats were busy in the room and Prada got involved and Bentley pounced on it twice, and it was quite a big rat that one of them must have brought into the house. And then I got involved because I didn't want Bentley to kill it. And eventually it was chased here into the kitchen, and I don't know if it's in the lounge because I couldn't find it in the kitchen. I did open the door for it to go out. I didn't see anything run out the door. So I might be sitting here and have some company. It was still very alive. It didn't look as if it got hurt. So I hope it's not going to die somewhere in the house and then cause a stench. I hope that it went out. Bentley is lying here with me. I'm sure that Bentley would have been busy. So I don't know. It makes me very uncomfortable to think that there's a rat in my house and that it's hiding so well that maybe it's still in my house and that and that it's not outside. In their chase after this rat, they knocked off a little antique sauce pourer, and that broke. I threw it away. I only kept the little plate. I don't really know why. I thought maybe if I make tea, then for the invisible people that come to visit me, I can put it on the tray, and then I can put these teaspoons on there. Yes, lots of invisible visitors. So that's what happened last night. It was a bit of a commotion, and yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. I would have liked to have seen the rat leave my house, and that didn't happen. So now I feel it's still somewhere. It seems like Sylvia has gone brooding. I still keep her in the coop, but in a smaller cage so that Hani can't get to her or mount her. And then I take her out in the morning, and I haven't taken her out because she looks as if she's broody. The other thing is that when I was considering getting the smaller chickens as company for Klossie, which she's not really appreciative of. She's a loner. It happened to me twice. I had a handicapped little chicken with a splayed hip, and I thought that Buffy was her name, and I thought that she was very, very lonely, and I then got a rooster for her, and she did not enjoy the company. She actually preferred to be alone. And I made the same mistake with Klossie. I thought that she's very lonely and I would get these other bantam breed companions for her, and she wants to be lonely. She doesn't mix with them. She doesn't want to be in the coop with them. She prefers to be absolutely by herself. So I got this coop and I actually Googled it, and it was these people that then advertised themselves on Facebook, and the stuff that they made actually looked very nice. And feeling sorry for them, I actually paid them. I rounded the amount that they asked up to the top uh, figure. So say it was 2,300 rand. I made it 2,500 rand. I think it was a little bit more with the 2,800 rand, and I paid them in full. And they brought this not bad looking little coop, and but the whole thing is full of holes. I messaged them and I said to them, you know what? I told you that it's for chickens. It's a little chicken coop, and you brought me a sieve. If it rains, it pours in. How can you do something like that? I will go. I will take video and then just insert the clip. This is now the. It has become the duck's coop, but I've already put plastic here, and then they came. This was their solution. This was the roof that would never ever give me any problems again. This piece of rubbish that they put on here was supposed to last me a lifetime. Look at it. It just, with the wind, started to peel off. There he goes. Let me go in. We tried to fix this with wood filler, and it's just leaking everywhere. The sides are still fairly okay, but the roof was a problem. Look there. And did everything that we could. So I need to fix the roof. Done in by people. Sick and tired of it. So we tried to cover the holes with wood filler and polyfiller, and it didn't work. So in the end, I had to put a piece of plastic over it. Fortunately, I think one of my fridges or stuff came with big pieces of plastic. And then they came and they said, okay, they will fix the problem. And they came with this terrible, horrible piece of, I can't even call it wood. I don't know what it was, which they put over this with the words that this will never ever leak again as long as you live. Well, this started to peel off like paper, and now there's a piece where only the plastic is sitting. It's just a mess. I will have to take everything off. And I said to I actually asked McDavid if he would be able to just maybe build a temporary roof with some of the wooden pallets that I have. You know, I've got so many stories of people doing me in, and I must stop paying the people in full. If they want a 30% deposit, then I must give them the 30% deposit. I mustn't decide that I feel sorry for them and then give them everything. I cannot tell you how many times I've done that and that I'm still not learning my lesson. That's actually shame on me. Absolutely shame on me. I must really just stop doing that. And then rounding it off to up to the top figure, of a full figure. I must stop doing that as well. And then I get a mess. I get a slapped together glorified mess of whatever, of a job that was done, or something that was fixed, or something that was built from scratch. That's the story of my life. I am so sick and tired and fed up with that. So I'm now in the process of having to fix that, which is causing me quite a bit of stress, I must admit. Then everybody on YouTube has started with what they call uh, a Christmas vlog. Is that what they call it? No, that's not what they call it. What do they call it? But in any case, I now forgot the word. I will type the word here on the side, what they call it. And where they, from the 1st of December to the 25th of December, they vlog every day. That's basically the lifestyle vloggers, the vloggers that vlog about their daily lives. And their houses are now being made up with Christmas trees and Christmas decorations, and they buy Christmas pajamas and Christmas jumpers and jerseys because it's winter time. Um, with by some of them, and they drink hot chocolates, and everything is just very Christmassy. And there's not a single Christmas thing in my house. Now, what I mentioned to you before is that my house doesn't have a front door. It's the house without a front door. And there's really no space or place in my house for a Christmas tree. There's most probably place for tinsel. I can put tinsel and maybe hang something from a light or whatever. But I'm all by myself. Why and what am I going to do that for? I'm just going to cause a lot of work for myself, because then I must take it down again after Christmas. And I'm going to be completely and totally alone and by myself on Christmas Day. I'm probably going to have a peanut butter and syrup. We don't eat peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and jam sandwiches in South Africa. I suppose you can if you really want to. But a favorite is peanut butter and golden syrup. I sometimes do it with maple syrup, but it doesn't taste the same as a peanut butter and golden syrup sandwich. And I'm probably going to have something like that on Christmas, completely and totally by myself, and not a single Christmas present to open, and not a single Christmas decoration. Um, so that's going to be Christmas for me, and um, so it's very poor vlogmas. That's what they call it, vlogmas. Vlogmas is when they start to vlog every day from the 1st of December to the 25th of December. I've been vlogmassing for 2 months already. I started Christmas very early. I started vlogmas 2 months ago, and I'm still going. Without a single Christmas decoration, because they all put a vlog on of how they are putting up, how they choose the Christmas tree, how they put the Christmas tree up, where they put it, where the Christmas tree skirt at the bottom, and then how they decorate it, and how they decorate the house, and then they go to this family and all the presents that they buy, which is difficult to vlog here because some shopping centres, of the 3 that we have in Port Elizabeth, you're not allowed to vlog. So vlogging what's in the shops at the moment and what it costs and how they display it is not a possibility for a vlog topic. A theme, a vlog theme, not one of those, no. And they will vlog out what the shops look like and what you can get and how it's displayed and what it costs, and then what they choose. They will vlog how they go and buy presents for friends and family. They will vlog how they will wrap those presents for Christmas. And then they will also vlog how they start to go out. That's one thing I must say that I miss. I've got very social neighbors on this side of me, very social. Lots of parties always over weekends. They celebrate. If there's an excuse to celebrate, they will celebrate. And this time of the year, a lot of the family um, comes down to come and visit, and they have a lot of friends over. So if it's nice weather, not well, they built a indoor braai room, so the weather doesn't even actually have to be nice. This time of the year, they have friends over continuously over weekends, every day of the weekend, and their parties is it's a good long party. It's not just somebody coming to have tea for an hour and a half. It's an extended party, and that sort of creates a very holiday, Christmassy spirit every year, but with sadness because it sounds so nice to be so social and hearing the laughter and how they talk and smelling the fires going. I mean, it's very hot in South Africa this time of the year. Um, so it's not like a cozy fire. It's a braai and swimming pool fire, but it's still it conjures up those feelings and memories and yeah, and it makes me sad. It makes me long for something I don't know what I'm longing for. This is not a nice time of the year to be completely and totally by yourself. I must admit, I would lie if I'm going to try and convince. Oh, my coccyx are being so painful. If I'm going to try and make you believe otherwise, because that would be lying. That would not be the truth. And then also over that time of the year, I must make D some time off, and then I must do everything by myself. So it actually becomes a very hard working, busy time of the year for me. I actually said to my cousin, I must get my motivation back. I just had to give instructions to make D, and now I've lost my train of thought. But I think that's about all that there is, all that has happened in my life. What? Oh, did she get out? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Then, as I think you all know by now, I hate ironing. I have been pushing it off and putting it off, and we have been having quite overcast, rainy weather. I was actually scared that a lot of the guineas weren't going to make it because we had a massive downpour, not last night, the night before, and during the day yesterday. And these two broods of 3 days old. With the one brood, there's one little chick with a bad hip, um, but he's moving fast at this point in time. But I think he's going to fall out because he gets tired, and maybe also as he gets bigger and the weight becomes more. And I thought that maybe I must catch him, get a hold of him, and bring him into the yard. I'm not sure what I must do, but I don't think he's going to make it if I'm not going to intervene. Um, so we had some heavy rainfall, and I then decided yesterday, with some encouragement from Roland, that I need to iron. I should never have taken the iron board cover off to dry the metal underneath it, because I can't get the cover back on properly. And I bought another cover, which I then put over it yesterday, and it was an absolute disaster. It made the ironing experience 1,000 times more unpleasant than I could ever have imagined. So I hated every minute of every item that I ironed yesterday. And Roland said I must try and put a towel over it so when I decide to iron again, I will throw a towel over. But I did try a blanket and that didn't work because it moves around on the ironing board. Going to have to get another ironing board, and I don't really want to spend the money now on buying another ironing board. But the ironing board wouldn't have lasted if you don't dry it because it sweats and it is dripping wet underneath the cover and the sponge. Um, well, that was a terrible experience yesterday. It immediately put me in a bad mood, which took some time to go away. And now I still have a heap of ironing to do, and now looking more up against the task that I ever had before because of the it's just a mess. It's just a whole mess. And then on that depressing note, it's another short video. I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to say again, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening up to this point. And you must look after yourselves and keep well, and hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.